The Last 100 Days of Napoleon. The Escape from Elba, March 1, 1815. The Eagle takes flight. After being exiled to the small Mediterranean island of Elba, Napoleon lived under light surveillance. But exile did not kill his ambition. Learning that France was unhappy under King Louis XVIII, he saw an opportunity. On February 26, 1815, he escaped Elba with 1,000 loyal followers, sailing toward France. On March 1, he landed on the shores of Golfe-Juan. Instead of being captured, the troops sent to arrest him joined his cause. The march to Paris, March 1 to 20, 1815. The Emperor's Road to Glory. Napoleon and his small force marched toward Paris, gathering support. In Grenoble, he faced King Louis XVIII's troops, but instead of fighting, he stepped forward alone and said, "Soldiers, if you wish to kill your emperor, here I am." The soldiers cheered instead of firing. As he continued north, city after city welcomed him. By the time he reached Fontainebleau, he had gathered over 100,000 men. Paris welcomes its emperor, March 20, 1815. The Flight of the King. On March 20, Napoleon entered Paris without firing a single shot. King Louis XVIII had fled the night before. As Napoleon rode through the streets, thousands cheered, hoping for the return of his old glory. But the dream would not last. Europe had already declared war on him. The Gathering Storm, April-May 1815. The coalition strikes back. As Napoleon re-established his rule, Britain, Prussia, Austria, and Russia formed a new coalition, vowing to destroy him forever. Napoleon worked tirelessly to rebuild his army, gathering over 250,000 troops. He knew time was against him. He had to strike before the Allies could unite. The Road to Belgium, June 1815. The Emperor's Final Gamble. Napoleon chose Belgium as his battleground, aiming to defeat the British and Prussians separately before Austrian and Russian reinforcements arrived. His army crossed into Belgium, encountering the Prussians at Ligny and the British near Waterloo. The decisive battle was near. The Battle of Ligny, June 16, 1815. Victory before defeat. At Ligny, Napoleon defeated the Prussian army under Blücher, but the victory was not total. The Prussians retreated instead of collapsing, allowing them to regroup later. This would prove fatal in the coming days. The fateful Battle of Waterloo, June 18, 1815. The Final Stand. 2 days later, Napoleon faced Wellington's British army at Waterloo. Despite early success, the arrival of the Prussians turned the tide. His elite Imperial Guard made a final charge but was crushed. As darkness fell, Napoleon's dreams ended. The Last Days of an Emperor, June 19 to 22, 1815. The End of the Dream. Defeated, Napoleon fled back to Paris, hoping to rally support. But France had lost faith. On June 22, he abdicated for the second time. His empire was over. The Journey to Exile, July-October 1815. Surrender to the British. Napoleon hoped to flee to America but was captured by the British. Instead of execution, they exiled him to St. Helena, a remote island in the South Atlantic. The End of an Emperor, May 5, 1821. Napoleon's final moments. Napoleon spent 6 years in exile before dying in 1821, likely from stomach cancer. His last words were, "France, the army, head of the army, Josephine." Hope you enjoy this story and tell us in the description, what is your favorite story? Final quote. Glory is fleeting, but the lessons of history endure. Every rise, every fall, is a step toward understanding, just like learning a language, one word, one story at a time.